Ich befinde mich hier mit Chris, der Crippler Leben, der am kommenden Samstag den Hauptkampf gegen Mark Munoz bestreiten wird und dabei im ersten Nicht-Titelkampf der UFC-Geschichte steht, bei der über 5 Runden angesetzt sein wird. Chris, after some struggles in the past, you came back strong this year, and after a devastating knockout over Wanderlei Silva, you will now be in the main event this Saturday against Mark Munoz. You gotta feel good about that.
Yes.
Why?
Because I knocked him out. No, it was, yeah, I mean, he was my hero, and it was the best fight of my career. Honestly, you know, my team, we pulled together really well. You know, and it's funny, the harder you work, the luckier you get. But I worked my ass off for that fight. And, you know, you get some of these writers, Sure Dog, I'm not throwing names out there, Sure Dog, you know. But, you know, you get some of these people that go, you know, oh, Chris is just a wild man, and he lands another lucky punch to win, you know. It's how many times can I luckily land the punch that wins, you know? I mean, that was the exact game plan. Was to come out, we knew he threw a 1, 2, 3, 4 block wide. Then when he reached the clinch, sidestep, bowl a strike.
Yeah, must have been many lucky punches against Wanderlei. You hit him several times, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the trick. Once you turn it on, you know, let him fly.
Was it some kind of a bittersweet affair for you to knock out a legend like Wanderlei Silva? I mean, you mentioned a lot of times that you liked his style, you liked his fights.
I did. You know, for me, it was my first initial reaction, and I'm embarrassed of this, was I was angry. First time I've ever really been angry in a fight, because he, at the weigh-ins and at the press conference, had this smirk and this way of carrying him like, you don't have a chance against me, you know, like, and that fired me up. So after I knocked him out, I said, fuck you. But I lost. I was like, what now? What? I got real thug. But then I regained my composure. I figured out where it was going on, where I was, what had just happened. Then I turned to my corner and I said, what'd I say, Burton?
You said, is this really happening? He said, did that just happen? Did that really happen? And I said, yes, you just knocked out Wanderlei Silva.
A legend of the sport. You think he got cocky a little bit, underestimated you and got caught because of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could see in his eyes. There wasn't a, you know, everybody's cheering for him, and you know I generally a fan favorite. I have never been booed like I was booed when I went out for Wanderlei. They turned out the lights. They put that music going, and he comes running down, and he did his little buck thing, and you know, I was shaking in my boots. But you know, it's like I say, you know, people say, you know, Chris, I can't believe you'll admit that you're scared. Say, yeah, I'm scared. A man faces his fears. That's what being a man's about. Not being a little boy that lies and says they're not scared, because that's just not true. You're fighting Wanderlei Silva, you ought to be scared, or you ought to be in a social or in a mental institution if you're not scared.
Yeah, no shame to be scared of Wanderlei Silva, no doubt. But let's not talk about Wanderlei Silva, let's talk about Chris Leben. You will be in the main event this Saturday against Mark Munoz in the first non-title fight in UFC history that's scheduled for 5 rounds. Do you think you will need the 5 rounds?
Probably not.
What do you predict the fight going out? Because we talked to Mark Munoz yesterday, sorry for interrupting, and he said he'll stop you in the second round with his ground and pound.
That's nice.
That's how the fight business is, right?
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. Mark Munoz has got, what, 6 fights in the UFC? 5. I've got 20. Mark Munoz has beaten who? He beat Damian Maia, okay? He beat Kendall Grove, okay? Did he knock out fucking Wanderlei Silva in 27 seconds? Did he submit Akiyama? Did he knock out Aaron Simpson, who had never been beaten? These are recent fights. I mean, has he really been fighting the caliber of guys that I've been fighting? I don't think so. And let's talk about how hard I hit. I hit really fucking hard. You know, Joe Rogan, like, I have the most knockouts in the middleweight division, period. Shit, Damian Maia almost knocked him out. if Damian Maia can make you put you on Queer Street, pretty sure Chris Leben's going to put you on the canvas. So, you know, his only chance is to hold me down and squeak out a pitter-patter decision. But that's hard because I got an extra 10 minutes to try to crack him. So, you know, there's no way he's submitting me on the ground. My ground game is sick. You know, I've been training jiu-jitsu for over 10 years and wrestling for 6 years. I mean, I've got 16 years of ground game, you know. I've wrestled with Olympians. I've wrestled with tons. Everybody's a fucking black belt or a national champion nowadays. You know what? You know, so what? You did good then in school at a different sport. Welcome to the grown boys playground. Now, you know, you got to put it all together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel. I feel that I'm not going to really have, you know, much of a problem with him. You know, he may take me down, but can he hold me down? And even more important than that, can he hurt me or finish me? And the answer is no. He can't finish me. He can't hurt me. He could take me down. Then when I stand up, he's going to go, fuck. Now I got to go through a barrage of punches to take him down again.
You're right. That was a pretty exact prediction of the fight. I thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview. I know you had a lovely table today. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris.